titles after O'Keefe Media Group expose on Prince Andrew advisor John Bryan. Bryan is quoted as saying he was underage girls. Well, that
Britain's former Prince Andrew has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct where he was taken into custody in Norfolk just a short while ago. He is accused of allegedly sharing confidential information with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
What are the odds?
In Woking for a party.
I mean, it's crazy.
I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express
Good
birthday
question.
being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do.
Really? Is that right?
A very unusual thing for me to do. I've only been to Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly distinctly. As soon as somebody reminded me of it, I went, oh yes, I remember that.
Prince Andrew didn't get arrested because of bad vibes. He didn't get arrested because people on Twitter were mad. He got arrested because the story just keeps getting worse every single time new information comes out, especially about his connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the thing, for years Andrew's whole defense has basically been, I cut contact, I didn't know, I wasn't involved, I don't remember. That was the narrative, that was the script. And then we got that infamous interview on BBC Newsnight with Emily Maitlis where he said he didn't sweat. Remember that? The I have a medical condition, I don't sweat moment. That interview alone torched his credibility. But now you've got reports saying he allegedly told Epstein, we are in this together. That's not I barely knew the guy. That's not I had one meeting. That sounds like solidarity. That sounds like damage control. And if that message was sent weeks after he was supposed to have cut ties, that's a problem. Because now it's not just about who he hung out with, it's about whether he lied. And lying matters, especially when you're a royal, especially when you're representing your country. Especially when you stepped down from duties because of the scandal and still maintained you weren't really connected like that. Then you add in the exposé about people around him allegedly saying he wasn't honest about the Epstein situation. Now you're stacking contradictions. You've got photos, you've got accusers describing events, you've got public denials, you've got private messages that allegedly tell a different story. At some point, authorities look at that pile and go, okay, we need to actually investigate this. And that's the key point. An arrest doesn't mean he's guilty. It means police think there's enough there to question him formally. It means this crossed the line from embarrassing royal scandal into possible criminal conduct. Also, let's be honest, there's public pressure here. People are tired of what feels like an elite protection club. When regular people see politicians, billionaires, celebrities, and even royalty connected to Epstein and almost nobody faces consequences, it builds resentment. So when law enforcement finally acts, it feels like a dam breaking. The real issue isn't just association, it's the pattern, continued contact after claiming to cut ties, alleged messages contradicting public statements, defenses that didn't make sense. The sweating excuse alone became a meme because it sounded so detached from reality. When you line all of that up, it's not shocking that this escalated. So why did he get arrested? Because the narrative he gave publicly doesn't match what investigators are now seeing privately, and when that gap gets big enough, police step in. Now it's not about PR, it's not about reputation, it's about evidence. And that's a completely different game.